The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg Podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me are Swoosh and John Doe.
Hello!
Hi.
First episode of 2025.
Happy New Year.
And we survived somehow.
We did.
Well, I mean, yeah, the drinking and the Christmas food and the more Christmas food and then the Christmas food you took home and ate for the next week.
Yeah. We all know that week between Christmas and New Year's, like, time ceases to exist there. Nothing
Oh yeah,
happens.
no, it's not a day-night cycle. It's just one long blur of time.
It's just a blank space in all of collective history. It's like, there was, like, things that happened during that week. Nothing good happened.
I mean, America decided it really just couldn't wait to get kicking off with its 2025.
Yeah.
I think we kind of have to acknowledge the New Year's shooting that happened there. 10 people injured. And then on the same day, 2 car bombings.
They couldn't even get to, like, the first day, essentially, of the New Year's without one shooting somewhere. It's like, guys, come on, just one day.
It's not like not like a 2010s forum post. You don't need to yell first.
God damn.
I mean, it's insane. It's just like, I mean, like, we all knew crazy shit was going to happen in the States because, you know, the orange leader's back.
Yeah, the trolls all got back behind the desk.
That really wasn't how I was expecting that, like, to get to, like, day 2 in Australia and be like, oh yeah, America's already kicking off.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was hoping for at least a week of relative quiet, but apparently not. Within, like, 2 days, Trump has already started claiming he wants to go after certain countries and wants to buy other countries.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not great. I'm not hopeful. I just want the aliens to invade at this point. Like, please, save us from ourselves.
Just glass it's the only way to be sure.
Yeah.
So, before we do our usual first episode of the year where we look forward to what we might be interested in, there's a couple of things I'd like to clean up from last year that I hadn't had a chance to look into before our last episode, and you know, a couple of things I was messing around with over Christmas. I actually finally sat down and played the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. That game is fucking good.
I have heard, like,
Awesome.
amazing things.
Like, would massively, highly recommend. If you like Indiana Jones, you should play it. The game is basically, I'm going to overly simplify it here, but this is kind of what my experience playing the game feels like. It's about a third punching Nazis, and I think we can all get behind that.
Yeah.
It's a good third.
It's a third kind of small puzzle rooms, sort of
Another
like
good
escape
third.
room type
I
stuff.
do like that.
Yeah. It's usually reasonably contained. There's some time pressure. You might die, you might not. You know, and the characters are pretty good, so that helps that whole thing have a really good, strong vibe. And they're really fun. Some of them are very creative. Some of them are a little like, yeah, get the 4 canoptic jars from around the environment and just put them all on the pedestals.
Yeah.
Other ones are whole light puzzles and, you know, moving pieces around and, like, actually, like, oh, wait, hang on a minute, that's not working. Oh, because I've got to play with some of the geometry a little. You know, they're good. They're really fun.
Nice.
And probably about a third just watching a really fun Indiana Jones movie.
See that?
Like, all the cutscenes really hit the Indiana Jones vibe.
Nice.
The voice actor they got for Indy, dead ringer for Harrison Ford.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
It reminds
So,
me a
yeah.
bit of the, remember the Ghostbusters game that came out that functioned essentially as a third movie?
Yeah.
That was a surprisingly fun game for that same kind of feeling. Where it's like, you guys
Yeah.
have just hit this correctly. And they got the original actors back to voice things, but...
But whereas that one's a little more curated, like you go through stuff, because this, like, the thing I wasn't expecting to actually like, it was actually something I was expecting to not like, was that the Indiana Jones game actually kind of operates in a sort of light open world.
Ah.
So you kind of get given like a big play space with a number of like large objectives on it, and you can tackle them in any way you want, which allows them to dot collectibles and secrets and side objectives just all over the place.
Nice.
So as you're like wandering about doing main objectives, you might run into this thing or discover like they have this system they call mysteries, which are objectives you find naturally within the game world. They don't tell you what they are until you find them.
Ah, that's interesting.
So it continues to, like, you might walk past a wanted poster and be like, oh, what's this? And you read it, and then you find out about some criminals that might have information that you could use. So maybe you want to go find them.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
The combat's pretty good. I was actually surprised how, like, actually involved the Biffo is. It's not just punch, 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 everything goes down. It's like there's some timing to it. Enemies will dodge, so you got to play your health, work with your stamina. There's a book system that they use to, like, when you do anything in the game, you get adventure points.
Yeah.
And and as you play through the game, you'll acquire various books. To consume the book and get its benefits, you have to spend adventure points. So you're kind of incentivized to do as much exploring for side content to get as many adventure points, so that when you find the books, you can then just immediately acquire their buffs.
Nice. That sounds
So everything just sort of wraps back around to making sure you're exploring and kind of being Indiana Jones.
That's
That
awesome.
does
It
sound
actually
good.
gives me a reason to go through every single little nook and cranny.
which I'm going
Yeah.
to do anyway. But, you know.
I mean, some stuff I thought was just collectibles turned out to be kind of, like, almost important stuff. In the first area, which, honestly, if the first, like, they could have released this as episodes.
Yeah.
If they did it in the chunks that I've been playing through, it would have been more than satisfying as actual episodic content. But, like, the first episode is just in the Vatican. But it took me hours to finish because I was constantly exploring. There were rooftop routes and different ways, and I've opened this door now I can explore this area.
Nice.
And in it there were these little vials of medicine. I thought they were just a collectible.
Yeah.
When I went to the second zone, they're a fucking currency.
Oh, wow.
So I missed out on a bunch of them because I just thought they were an unimportant collectible from the first area.
Yeah. Surprise currency.
It's not a huge hit. Like, there's still more of them in the next zone. But I could have come into that zone and been like, I'm just going to buy all these books and
Yeah.
get going. It's really good. Absolutely. If you haven't played it, would highly recommend Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's actually way better. I mean, I'm not saying anything any reviewer or YouTuber you've seen hasn't said already. It's actually really, really good.
Honestly, so far I've only heard good things about that game, so I'm going to have to fire it up at some point.
I mean, like, it's with Game Pass, so if you've already got Game Pass for any reason, there you go.
Yeah.
But it would be worth the money to purchase if that's what you would prefer. It's a good time.
When I first seen I think it was, I don't know if it was E3 or a Game Awards announcement, whatever the fuck it was, we first seen the video of it, I thought that looks really cool, but it looks like it's just going to be a gimmicky piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm so glad that it's actually come out to be a decent game.
Yeah.
With a different, like, I think most of it's first person, but it's not a straight out first person shooter.
Yeah.
It's
No.
an actual first person adventure game.
I haven't actually shot a gun yet.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well,
I have beaten people to death with a gun.
no.
If you get a rifle, you can either shoot it or you can hit your melee button and he'll just flip it around and beat people down with the rifle button.
No, the only time you shoot people is when someone's doing fancy shit with a sword. Then you shoot them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, you have your revolver. It's clearly designed as, like, a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Yeah, it's the...
And, like, you have... Yeah. You have limited ammo for it, but I've never felt the need to use it.
Yeah.
Any fight I've gotten accidentally into, I'm like, alright, square up, crack knuckles, let's go!
Kind of
And then I
reminds me
just
of the
punch
shotgun.
out Nazis, and it's so fun.
It kind of like sounds like it reminds me a bit of the shotgun from the Mad Max game, where it's just like, oh god, everything's coming, just shotgun until everything's dead. But you only have like 2 shots in it. It's like, oh fuck.
Well, I mean, like, the usual thing in this is, like, you've got, you can stun enemies to keep knock them out of the combat for a little bit, and they will come back in if you haven't actually knocked them out. You've got different types of punches. You can grab items in the environment to do extra damage.
Nice.
You can whip people. Like, you got plenty of combat verbs without resorting to a gun.
Yeah. I mean, the whip alone just sounds like fun from what I've seen.
It's
Just
you can fucking whipping billy clubs out of people's hands before the combat starts. It's so
Ah,
fun.
perfect.
And then you run over, pick up the billy club, and start beating the guy down with its own weapon.
Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, no, it's good. I would absolutely suggest both of you, if you've got some time somewhere in your vast schedules, etch out a little time for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
I think I'll have to. It's been endorsed by a few people.
The other thing I wanted to hit, I chewed through two. Other than the book we were reading for December, which I have finished, but we'll talk about that next week. I did chew through two other books that I wouldn't mind recommending to you.
Yeah.
One of them's a nice short book if you just want something quick to just sort of smash through that's just kind of cozy and nice, which is Legends and Lattes.
I think that's on my wish list. You may have mentioned this already once before.
It's basically the same kind of concept as the beer one we did, where someone's just trying to start up a store. In this one, it's an orc who decided they don't want to do adventuring anymore, so they open a coffee shop in a town that's never heard of coffee before.
Oh, that can only go well.
That's
And
a
they're-
little heretical fishing.
Yeah.
The sidekick, well, not sidekick. The first person they hire to work their shop is a succubus. It's a short book. I'm not going to pretend it's not,
A little,
but it's generally just
7 hours, 18 minutes. I'm looking at it now.
yeah, but it's generally chill, pretty cozy. Yeah, it was a good read. Other one I've read, which I'm chewing through the whole series for, is one called The Combat Codes.
Combat codes.
So, the easiest way I could describe it to you, think of a cultivation novel
Yeah.
with none of the cultivation in it.
Oh.
So, they're all about, like, you know, these codes and honor and building yourself up and the way the combat work. Like, there is a little bit of magic, but it hasn't been fully fleshed out in book one.
Yeah.
The idea is that when you fight in nations now, instead of, like, going to war, you send 4 guys and they all have a Barney in a ring, and whoever wins the lane.
So it's basically Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this.
So the idea is like early on, I'm listening to this story and then talking about how you want to become a knight.
Yeah.
The idea of becoming a knight means then you become part of a team, and then that team has to travel around the country trying to win more land.
That sounds fun.
But it's played serious. This
Yeah.
isn't a comedy book.
Yeah.
Really great descriptions of the combat that's happening. It's a strong focus on martial arts. This is why I say it's like got kind of that vibe of like cultivation novels. A lot of them use martial arts as the medium to do cultivation with,
Yeah.
or the expression of cultivation. This is doing all of that, but without the cultivation angle.
Nice.
It's even got a little bit of techno stuff in that I won't spoil because it's a big part of the plot of the first book. But yeah, there's some technology stuff, shenanigans going on. Yeah, it's a genuinely good book, particularly if you like combat.
Yeah.
Hand to hand specifically. Like the idea, the closest thing to magic that they seem to have so far in the book is that the rings that they fight in, they attract these things called wisps, and they're different colors, and the different colors affect the fighters.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, like different things can cause an effect. Like I think it's the blue one. If the crowd's calling for blood, the blue light encourages you to go for the throat, kill, do what the crowd wants you to do. That could also be the red one, but I'm pretty sure the red one's just the all-out aggression color.
Yeah.
There's another one that, while you're fighting, makes you want to try something new and creative. Whether or not that'll be good for you, but it encourages you to break out of whatever stance or plan you had and do something unexpected. So a good part of their training is actually learning to resist what the light wants you to do and focus on actually fighting the fight.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like I said, it's a really fun book. There's 3 books out for it already. I finished the first one and I'm about halfway through the second one. Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was really fun. And really different. I hadn't read anything like that before.
Nice. The person who did Legends and Lattes apparently has another one called Bookshops and Bone Dust.
I'm not surprised.
Travis Baldry.
Yeah.
He's done several other books. No, this is the narrator, Travis Baldry. This is actually his series of books.
Yeah.
Cool.
He does Mark of the Fool, which I've up to date on that. I really enjoy that series. Yeah.
I'll have to check that one out.
Highly
I think you've
recommend.
mentioned that before. We mention books constantly, so it's always hard to tell, like, who has said this one?
Yeah, I know, right?
But going through my wish list, like, when did I add these?
He also does one of my other favorite series, Primal Hunter.
Primal Hunter is pretty fucking good, actually.
He also did Cradle, if you ever listened to that.
Cradle, was that the sci-fi one?
No, Cradle is it's a finished series and it's actually really good.
I can't find that one.
I think it's 12 or 14 books.
You know what would probably
13
fix
books,
this?
sorry.
If I
Sorry,
spelled Cradle.
12 books of the actual story, and then there's a 13th book coming out, which is side stories and little things. But it is really good.
The first one is called Unsold, from what I can tell.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's one of the... Yeah. It's another cultivation book.
I do like cultivation books every so often. Like, they're good to switch to from Lit RPG, because it's same, but different.
Yeah.
I mean, I generally appreciate the general stronger emphasis on the actual combat instead of just leveling up skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence why I went and read the combat codes. Yeah. A good lit RPG takes a lot of work to make, ability use fun.
Yeah. My favorite thing with cultivation is the fact that they generally don't tend to have stat screens, which means not a lot of just rehashing the same shit over and fucking
I
over.
will admit, there was, I read Chrysalis,
Yeah.
the first 3 books
Yep.
of that. That one, they actually decided, at the start, they're like, hit skip ahead 30 seconds to skip the stat block. They actually told you that.
Nice.
And then they were like, hit it twice. Now hit it 3 times.
That,
Yeah.
And eventually they're like, the next chapter is just the stat block. If you don't want to hear it, just skip the whole chapter.
I fucking
Yeah.
love that. That's great.
Another good cultivation series, I think there's only 2, maybe 3 books out, is Iron Prince. I think I might have told you about it previously.
I think you have, actually. Yeah.
If you pass an aptitude test, you get given effectively a bracelet, and you gain some sort of mech suit out of it, which molds to your body, and you have to... it's pretty much like a Harry Potter school of learning to use your mech suit, and as you use it more, it gains more abilities and gets stronger, but you have to actually go through difficult fights, or it does nothing, it plateaus. And depending on your aptitude, you either, when you first get it, it either is a full suit or it might just be a weapon, and it's really fucking cool. It's a cultivation. It's probably the most sci-fi cultivation I've actually found out of it.
That was Iron Prince,
Nice.
right?
Correct.
Yeah. Already in my wish list.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but actually, no, it is. I was going to say... it
As
was
is
for this
quite
game.
often when we just... what you're hearing right now is what generally happens when we're preambling and talking about books.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just us constantly sharing, this book I just read, this thing, quick add it to your wish list.
Problem is, we then open Audible to put them in, to the things we want, and then we just find more books. It's a dangerous cycle, this one.
So I'm going to move us on.
Yeah.
Good idea. Or this is going to be a very weird episode of just, what books have you read?
Yeah.
I'll drop it in the chat. I've got a cut. We're looking at TV shows first, stuff that might be interesting to watch in 2025. I find TV shows really hard to predict.
Yeah.
A whole show could ultimately be way more interesting than its blurb implies. So, you know, it's like some of these I may end up going back and be like, oh, that was actually really good. You'll hear about it. Trust me, we won't shut up. But, you know, some stuff I can look at and go like, oh, they're doing a second season of Severance. Yes. Yes, I am still here.
Yeah. No, Severance, I really liked that first season.
Yeah.
And apparently the second season started now. I just haven't watched it yet. So.
You know, stuff like that. It's like, you know, yeah, I am super in for this stuff.
Yeah. But what's this first one? The Pit. Which just really seems from the description to be another generic drama-filled hospital.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy.
And I mean, but see, that's my point. Like, it's hard to get a vibe of what a show... Like, if you just told me, oh, what's Scrubs? Oh, it's comedy medical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't give Scrubs anywhere near the justice it deserves.
It really doesn't.
That's a psychological
that's
horror at times.
Yeah, but, like, that's what a blurb on a TV show can sound like. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch that. I don't know if I want to watch Yellow Jackets. It's just like, maybe I'll find out something later, but I can look at stuff and go, I'll watch another season of Reacher.
Freaking oath.
Yeah.
Season, gotta be a season 3 of Reacher. Holy shit, I love that
There
shit.
better be, like, absolutely.
They're doing a spin-off of Suits.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me. They're doing a spin-off of Suits called Suits LA.
Why? We don't need another... This is like the NCIS thing, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we got one for all of different places. Like, fuck
I
you,
think it's
no.
more the CSI.
Oh, God, yeah, CSI was brutal for it.
So it's CSI, Miami, New York.
I think there's an LA.
I think they did a short-lived Tokyo one.
Yeah. There's always, like, a national
Well-
one made. Like, there was an Australian one made for NCIS, and it's shit. It's horrible.
That CSI had one of the best, like the very first series of that, the first episode. It opens of their new detective going to the crime scene, investigating everything. You spend 20 minutes with this person going through the scene. All the other constables fuck off. She goes, yeah, I'm good here. I'm going to go through everything. And she turns around and there's a bloke standing in the doorway. And it's the killer who's come back, and she gets killed immediately. The only character you actually know dies 20 minutes into the very first episode into CSI. And then the rest of the episode is them solving her murder. And that's it.
That's brilliant. That's a good way to start a show.
Yeah, the only character you know, they just straight up kill her off. It's great.
Oh, bloody hell.
We're going to be getting the new Daredevil season. See how that goes under Marvel's more direct stewardship.
Yeah.
/ Disney, because they own them. Like, one show I read the blurb for, and it's probably going to be terrible, but Deli Boys sounds kind of fun.
I have to look into that. I'm still scrolling down, but I just found one called The White Lotus, and the blurb just makes me think of Righteous Gemstones. Apparently, this is like a second season. Yeah, season 3. So I'm gonna have to check that one.
Yeah,
I've never heard of
that one.
But like quickly skimming that, I'm like, that just sounds like more of the weird fuckery of Righteous Gemstones. Maybe not as
I'm down for that.
insane, but there's Suits LA. God damn it! Oh God, Harrison Ford's gone back to TV. What happened, sir?
He got old.
Is
That's
that
fair.
what show is that?
1923.
Which one?
Harrison
Harrison Ford in 23.
Yeah,
I was
1923.
hoping it was that was it Shrinking, where he's a psychologist or psychiatrist with the bloke from How I Met Your Mother. So fucking good.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one. Deli Boys, there it is.
I don't know, it just sounds silly. Like, I'm not expecting it to actually be good, but, like, I don't know. That, like, it's enough to be, like, silly Indian stuff that I don't usually get exposed to.
Yeah. The blurb sounds pretty fun. There was just two pampered Pakistani-American brothers uncovering their late convenience store magnate father's hidden life of crime. Like, I'm already kind of in there, guys. Like,
Yeah, you know?
this sounds fun.
I I don't know if it's going to be good, but like,
We can hope. The one below it, The Residence, it sounds weird.
I mean, it could be good, but it's another. I mean, even the blurb admits it's just another one of the mystery in the White House shows, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Which doesn't
They're not
fill me with all
really-
the hope there. When they're going, yes, we know this is another thing that's been done many times. It's like, don't set yourself up that well, man. Just come on. The studio with Seth Rogen's newest thing. Writer, director, blah 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 blah.
it's just a blurb of people names.
Oh yeah, we're getting more of The Last of Us, and people are already having a hissy fit about it online.
Oh, because they're worried they're actually going to do the thing from the game.
That, and they're also annoyed about the casting. They're saying the chick they've got to play, because they're doing the second game for it, but they're saying
Yeah,
was it Allie, the chick?
Abby.
They're saying that she's not buff enough, like a bunch of other stuff. They don't like the chick who's come back to play Ellie. They don't like the chick she falls for. Like, there's just people complaining, as they always do before something comes out.
Yeah.
So,
Your Friends and Neighbors might end up being a fun show. Basically, a hedge fund manager starts burglaring his wealthy neighbors. It's like, okay, I'm listening.
That reminds
What
me-
have you got?
that reminds me of Fun with Dick and Jane.
Of course, we're getting more Andor,
Oh, fuck yes.
more Last of Us.
I'm keen for more Andor. That first season was brilliant.
I mean, I'm looking forward to Alien Earth, but I myself admitted absolute slut for the Aliens franchise.
I hadn't heard of this one. What is that one?
Alien Earth,
Yeah.
something for the Alien franchise set on Earth.
Oh,
That's
fair.
exactly.
Is that all we know?
I've read
'Cause
through
we-
that one
we-
before.
Yeah, no,
And I was
we
wondering,
literally
like,
don't.
yeah, I was wondering, like, how far into the future is this set? Like, is that
No, no. More closer to present day than the future.
Okay,
Oh.
so this might be the beginning of the Whale and Yutani.
That could be entertaining.
We're going to be getting a third season of Squid Game.
I still haven't watched the second season. I liked the first one, but
I was really meh about the first one,
Yeah.
but that's because I've watched a lot of content that does the games but dangerous vibe.
yeah.
So to me, Squid Game just felt like the cheapest version of that idea.
It's just the one that got really popular.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend. Look,
There's
they
better
did enough
versions, better
production
anime
to be good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's way better anime versions. I can recommend plenty of better of the game is lethal genre.
There's also some very weird anime ones.
Yeah.
All Her Fault. What's this one?
I mean, like the back end of this is starting to get into some of the more like random shit that I have little interest in looking into to begin with. None of the actors are particular people I'm interested in. Or I can look at a title and be like, nah, it's probably not going to be for me.
Yeah.
I will admit I mean, like Stranger Things is coming back for its fifth season, and I'm like, meh.
yeah.
But I'm like the one person who never got into Stranger Things.
I enjoy Stranger Things, but I'm not holding out hope. I'm getting a bit sour on the setting. I kind of would have thought they would end after the most recent one.
I mean, we're going to be getting another season of Wednesday,
Yeah, I could be okay with that.
so long as they don't Deus Ex the villain again.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That was
by
the only
me.
issue I had with that one. The ending was not great. Apparently, it's getting a TV show called Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, whatever. I just can't muster a give a shit.
Yeah. Oh god, there's
Like,
more person.
you tell me that's the name of the show and what it's connected to, and I'm just like, I don't care.
I'm more wondering
Yeah.
why. Like,
Because TV companies will make anything into a TV show if they think they might be able to get a return on.
The exact reason for why Swoosh is money.
oh yes, you make a very good point there.
It's really hard to look forward to TV shows when I'm so kind of embittered about network TV.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like, it's one of those weird things. Like some of these things, they could be entertaining, but how much of them are going to be AI written slop now? Because we don't know.
I mean,
anymore.
I'm kind of interested to watch 1,000 Blows because it's by the guy who did Peaky Blinders.
Ooh, that'd be entertaining. I liked Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, same here. That's why I'm like, oh, you got a director I kind of like doing another TV show. Cool, I'm listening. What have you got?
Yeah.
But yeah, just so much stuff is just I don't care until otherwise shown why I should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to actually see like a trailer or something, a sizzle reel. Give me something apart from just a 2-word blurb. Because half the article blurbs for these things are them just the author
Listing actors' names. But I mean, like, that might just be the particular... Like, I mean, I grabbed a couple of different websites to get a cross-section.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were the same, just the same stuff. You know, we want to watch Wednesday, Stranger Things. I mean, Matt Smith is in another show.
Oh, is he? What's he in this time?
Yeah, the death of Bonnie Monroe.
Interesting.
I mean, I might just watch that just because, you know, Matt Smith.
I really like
Yeah.
Matt Smith. I still maintain he's one of my favorite doctors.
Yeah.
If not the favorite.
I mean, one show I'll probably end up watching but not liking will probably be Ironheart.
Oh, yeah, they have that coming out, don't they?
Now, do you know who the villain for Ironheart is going to be?
The friends we made along the way.
No, it's the Hood.
Wait, really?
Yeah, do you know who the Hood is?
I know of
The
three
Red Hood.
things. It
That's
could
about
be.
it.
Probably.
The Hood. So you know how Doctor Strange has his quasi sentient cape?
Yeah.
It's an evil cape.
That is not what I was thinking of.
That's
at
what the
all.
Hood is. It's an evil cape. It has a hood on it, and when you put it on, the hood possesses you.
Ah, okay, so it's Dr. Fate kind of thing. They put on the clothing thing, you become the thing.
It is
Well, I mean,
sort of
it's-
genius, though, because if
Yeah.
they get 3/4 the way through this whole thing, and whoever is playing the villain gets into some sort of legal trouble outside, they can just change the hood to someone else.
Oh, that makes it that's not a bad idea. it's a Disney marketing testing out a new things like,
Yeah.
Can we get away with this? But like the kind of setup is the idea that you defeated them and you don't, and the hood just for some reason just blows away in the wind. But really, that was it fucking off to find a new victim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's the villain that they've chosen.
I mean, I can see why they have in a way, because it's technology versus magic, essentially.
Yeah,
Who have they got playing Ironheart?
same girl from the Wakanda from Wakanda Forever,
Ah, that's right, fair.
because that was where she debuted.
Look, I don't hate her as the character. She seemed pretty fun. I'm waiting for the internet to explode, because they always will.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that they chose the Hood as the villain. Really? The evil demon cape is the thing you went with?
I thought you meant someone completely different, but then my brain caught up. It's like, no, that's Taskmaster. That's a different thing entirely.
Yeah, no. This is a character actually called the Hood, and it is a hood.
That's the first time I've heard of the Hood. The closest I would have heard before was Red Hood from DC. It's like, nope, different
You'd have
person.
seen
That's
it.
the only one I could
You'd
think
have
of.
seen. If you'd watched the most recent What If, you'd have seen it. It was actually one of the villains in that.
I have to catch up on that. I forgot there was a second season.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
That bad?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one's the Kaiju episode that everyone was really excited about.
Yeah.
All of the Avengers robots get defeated in still frames.
Oh, God.
They never move.
What the fuck? Why? Why would
Because
they
the
do
idea-
this?
Because the setup is that it's supposed to be, like the
old school anime.
No. You know what's more annoying?
Right.
They have an intro that is in 70s anime style.
Ah!
And then they abandon it for the rest of the episode.
God
It's
damn.
like, what? they have this little bit that's like full on '80s like Transformers animation style,
Nice.
and they abandon it. It's just a 2-second bit.
That just seems weird, but okay.
Yeah, the point is, it's like Falcon and that.
Yeah.
All the second banana guys, they've got to step up in their own mechs and fight. And for some reason, their mechs can combine, despite the fact the Avengers ones didn't. That were actually hand designed by Tony. It's just like, what is this crap?
That just sounds dumb.
Yeah, it's not. Well, a lot of the episodes seem to be a lot more style over substance.
Yeah.
Some of them are good, like the one for Agatha's actually really good, where she's like a '60s starlet. That's really fun, but like it's all on style, not substance.
I'm assuming like this batch are the ones that weren't the A-list first seasons. Like, no, we've already got them mostly made. Just go. We'll do those.
Well, this one's the final. They're not doing any more What If.
Fair. So this is the back end of them, I assume.
Do you care if I spoil the end of it?
Nah.
Won't be watching it, so go for it. Just
here's
spoiler
your
warning for anyone listening.
Yeah. It's not good, so honestly, I'm saving you some time. The whole episode for this one is because of the previous 2 seasons, the specific Watcher that's the main character.
Yeah.
He's been influencing the setting, and his bosses decide, right, none of that. You and all of your rejects that have escaped into the multiverse, we're just going to kill you all now. Now, these are quote-unquote fifth-dimensional beings that are capable of moving to any point in time and just zodding a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know how they fight them? By having glowy hands and getting into a fist fight,
for
instead of
fuck's sake.
using any of their time powers.
Really? Really? What
Because as
the
usual,
fuck?
characters with infinite time powers have to be stupid and resolve everything down to a punching match instead of just going back in time and stopping the thing happening.
Yeah.
Going back 3 generations is wiping out your line.
Pretty much.
It's dumb. It's really stupid as an ending.
Honestly-
And yeah, they just...
The only time I've ever seen people with time travel use it effectively in that manner has been the Orville.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, oh, we found it. Oh, we arrived like 10 years too late. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. We'll take him back. Oh, he doesn't want to come back now? Oh, okay. It looks like we're going back to when you did want to go home. It's like, wait, no, but I have a life here. Like, you won't soon. Bye!
And then you thank us. That episode is
That
fucked,
is a
man.
fucking
Yeah.
brutal episode.
Though,
Like, it's
also,
great. It's amazing, but fuck.
Orville has another amazing use of it. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, sandwich.
Yeah. And I love the fact that he is amazingly happy to see the sandwich.
Yeah.
I've actually been rewatching that show recently.
I need to.
It's-
I think we're getting maybe one
I
last
kind of...
season.
The show exists... No, well, we're indefinite on if we're getting a 4th season of that show.
Yeah.
I don't think they have confirmed or denied whether they're going to do another
There's
one.
still a chance.
I hope they do it. Oh, it's so good. And there's still plot lines to round out. They just got them all to a nice place where if you don't get another season, you're not going to be too pissed.
Yeah.
But I've been rewatching that show, and in my mind, it's like, yeah, it has some serious episodes, and but it's generally kind of a funny show. But I think that's mostly because it's been automatically slotted into, this is a Seth MacFarlane show, so it's a funny show.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm rewatching it and like, oh, what, the 3rd episode's the one where they talk about whether or not sex-changing a baby is okay?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get right into the
What?
conundrums pretty quick. It's like the old school Star Trek with the moral conundrums. And it's just like, just a bit of humor sprinkled in, you know, a little bit.
But it's just such a blindside if you're just like, oh yeah, this show's kind of fun. Oh wait, oh yeah, no, they actually did a bunch of really serious episodes in this comedy.
Yeah. I've been getting the urge
And
to
there's
watch
actually-
sci-fi again, so I might go back to it.
I think it holds up. And I don't know if any of these shows that are coming out. I mean, there's all the stuff coming from Amazon. Like, you know, we got another season of there's another season of The Boys. There's like 2 different spin-offs.
Yeah.
We got another season of Invincible. Crap, can I find it? What was Amazon's 2025?
What is Wonder Man? Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, third season of Invincible. All. Come on, Amazon. This is your fucking website. Advertise your own TV shows better.
No! Can't have that. That's intelligent.
Can I just mention a book that we forgot to mention earlier?
Yeah.
Sure.
Heretical Fishing 4 comes out on the 26th of August next year.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, fuck
It's-
yeah.
Currently up for wish listing.
Gonna have to add that one.
Or pre-order.
I've only just finished the first Heretical Fishing because I was listening to that, but I wasn't going to the gym as often, so I wasn't just like listening as often. But I finally finished that one, which was a great book, and now I've moved on to this month's book.
The one you picked.
Yeah, the one I picked specifically because I wanted to read it, and it's like, but there's more Heretical Fishing.
There was a graphic. I can't find it anymore. That was for all of Amazon's new shows. But we're getting some good animated stuff out of them. Undoubtedly, there's a pile of stuff that I don't even know about that's going to come across the table and be like, "Oh wow, that's some top shit." But like, you'll hear us bitch about it.
Oh, yeah.
We don't shut up when it's like, "Hey man, good show. You should be fucking watching this."
Pretty much, we will force it down your throats.
All right. Shall we have a look at some of the movies that are coming out?
I like movies.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
I mean, movies, again, kind of a thing where I'm like, some things I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to go see that. Some things are like, tell me it's good first.
Yeah. So, that first one, Mickey's 13? 17.
Mm.
The trailer looks like fun, actually. Basically, a bunch of clones.
Yeah. That actually does look really good.
Alright. This looks entertaining.
When is that? When is Mickey 17?
I don't know. I'm just kind of skimming through. Let's find out.
31st of the 1st.
Oh, so it's pretty soon.
Ooh.
Keen. That looks pretty fun. I have no interest in Better Man.
Look, man, we're not going to go through every one of these because, like, it's just random stuff that I don't know enough about to necessarily care a huge amount.
Like, Mickey 17 just looks like fun for the whole thing of becoming an
Oh, yeah.
expendable. When you die, they print a new one of you, go from there. I can see that being very entertaining. But then I scroll down and it's just Better Man, and it's what's his face, Robbie Williams being a monkey.
That Mickey 17 reminds me a little bit of. Did either of you play Hard Space Shipbreaker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh no, you're dead. Okay, wake up. The bill for your clone has been added to your tab.
Like some stuff like Wolfman's like, oh, I'm in the cinematography on this trailer looks interesting, except it's a Blumhouse thing, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Apparently, Den of Thieves is getting a sequel, which is basically just a generic heisty movie. So, gotta love a heist movie. Can't go wrong. Ooh, Guy Ritchie has a new one. In the Grey.
And I mean, like, I'll watch anything Guy Ritchie makes.
Oh, hells yes.
I'm not going to pretend I won't.
I even enjoyed the Arthur one he made, where the studios got a bit too heavy-handed with him.
I know the most anticipated movie of the year for both of you.
Really?
The movie you both need to see. April 4th.
April 4th.
April 4th. Alright, hang on.
Oh, Wolfman. I forgot that comes out this year. Where is this one?
You don't want to see it. He's lying to you.
Would I lie to you?
Always.
Yes. I mean, like, I'll probably check out the new Captain America: Brave New World.
Oh god.
I don't think I'll probably see it on launch, but, you know, I might check it out. I keep hearing that Paddington's really good.
So have I, weirdly. Like, Paddington's fucking everywhere again. I'm not going to complain. I love
Yeah.
Paddington. But not what I expected. There's a
I don't know. The
bunch
first two
of
movies are fun. They're enjoyable.
Wait, is that a horror
Yeah.
or a normal one?
April 4th is the Minecraft movie.
I don't wanna. I don't.
No,
I don't want.
none of us do.
That would just. It just makes me sad. Don't like it.
Though, in the same year that they have the massive blowback of the Snow White live action movie on March 21st, in May 23rd we have the live action Lilo and Stitch.
I don't know
I've heard
how I
almost
feel about
nothing
it.
of this other than the odd screenshot.
Yeah. They at least have a suitable Stitch voice. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
And a suitable Stitch model.
Yeah, it doesn't look like ugly Sonic, so I'm very happy
No.
about that.
I'm still annoyed because I haven't seen any of the actual actors.
Yeah.
I've seen screenshots of.
I know I could look it up,
Yeah.
but it's like, I want to see in a trailer, like, show me this thing interacting with a person.
Yeah, show me how good that's gonna be.
I probably will check out, at some point, a movie called Last Breath. It's based on an actual event that happened where a person had to survive underwater for 30 minutes without oxygen.
Oh wow, that's fucked up. That sounds entertaining. Oh, there's a new Karate Kid, and this one doesn't have Will Smith's kid in it. I'm in.
And it has Jackie Chan.
Yeah, it has Jackie Chan training an actual person. It's like, yay. Not a cardboard cutout pretending to be human.
Fucking Elio could be fun.
Elio?
It's under, it's in June. That's the new animated thing from Pixar.
Ah.
And, you know, it just looks gorgeous because, you know... I don't think those people are capable of not making something look gorgeous.
That is true. Weirdly, this looks pretty fun.
Did you know there is a remake of The Naked Gun?
I'm sorry, what?
There is
I'm
a
sure it will
remake
be
of The
terrible.
Naked Gun coming out on August 1st.
Why would they
With
taint
Liam
something
Neeson
like this?
playing the main character.
Oh, mhm.
I don't like these take old comedies, try and
No.
do it again thing.
Yeah.
Because the low budget was often a lot of what made them fun.
Just re-release the original one. Don't fucking change it. Leave all the jokes. Leave everything as it is. Just bring it out again.
And then, of course, apparently there's also the live-action How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
I will never understand this fucking idea of taking animated movies and making them live
Yeah.
action. What do you fucking gain
They gain
by
nothing.
making them live action?
These movies were already pretty fucking amazing. I love that franchise. Why would you fuck around and make it live action?
Well, because, and like, all you do is spend a shitload of extra money trying to make a CG animal look like it's interacting with a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what was the fucking point? Just make the whole movie CG. Oh wait, you already fucking did.
You know what I'm kind of interested to see? 28 years later.
Round out that franchise's trilogy.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm more interested in the movie on this list that's after it, which is Megan 2.
Oh, I forgot about Megan. That was a great movie. How bad is it? Let's have a look. Oh, that's F1. We don't want F1. Oh, they don't have a trailer.
Nah.
No, I want to see. We've got another Jurassic World coming.
Look, I like dinosaurs. I'll check it out. Probably not as soon as it comes out, but like, I'll check it out. And we've got James Gunn's new Superman, so that might be interesting as well.
As I was scrolling down, I saw because the next one down that has a picture in our list is the Fantastic Four, First Steps, but they're all wearing blue, and just above it is the Smurfs movie.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
My brain was like, fuck, the Smurfs have changed.
I mean, the Fantastic Four are quite running quite well right now, thanks to Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Although everyone's giving fucking Mr. Fantastic crap for being a Luffy ripoff.
Oh no, it doesn't. No, it's not just that, but the official Rivals
Yeah.
Twitter put up a picture of Mr. Fantastic in the gorilla form. It's like, ha, you guys at least know.
Yeah.
Oh, we get bad guys too. I really liked the first bad guys.
The Christmas special wasn't that bad either.
Yeah.
And I mean, now we're getting into like September where it's like, everything starts getting a little like, yeah, that's probably going to come out.
Oh shit, we've got another Tron coming.
Yeah, that's been in the works for a while.
Yeah. I thought they'd given up on that one, to be honest. But
I think the
Thought
it's one
or
of those
hoped?
just such.
they're kind of both. But yeah.
The last movie wasn't that bad.
It wasn't horrible. I'll give it that.
I think it's because it's like so visually like it stands out.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're just always gonna want to go back to it because like it's got grandfather status of being one of like the like big early sci-fi properties. The slick style looks great, particularly now where they can really do the neon and black thing. I don't know who they'd get to score at this time since you can't get Daft Punk to do it again.
Yeah. Oh god, there's another Now You See Me coming out.
And Mortal
But,
Kombat
like
2.
it.
Mortal Kombat 2, I'm kind of okay. I liked the most recent Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that 2021 movie was fucking good. I enjoyed it.
Ooh, and
Yeah.
potentially another Predator movie done by the same guy who did Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been hearing about that one for a while.
Yeah.
I'd really like to get some concrete shit on that.
All we
but,
know is
like,
the name is Predator Badlands, from what I
Yeah,
can
and there was a trailer that went, not a trailer, a poster which implied that it was going to be like a World War II movie.
Yeah.
But we honestly don't know that much about
I
it.
mean, just
so-
a Predator running around between the trenches of two warring
Yeah,
sides.
Predator
would be
trench
fucking
warfare.
Amazing. I would watch that. Not gonna lie.
I'm honestly... Okay, so, I'm not shocked that this happened, but I know how it happened, but like, why the fuck are you doing Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
I don't know.
Money.
Like, I know it will have gotten enough money off of the first one to warrant the sequel's production, and that's why it exists. But, like, that first movie sucked.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it. There's also a Zootopia sequel coming, which I'm kind of annoyed with, because it's just the same characters again. It's like, guys, you could have just branched off and done a different section of it, just different areas of the city. Come on, do something. Oh, and the new Avatar,
Yeah, the Pretty Blue People movie.
which I find really funny because as time goes on, everyone's like, "This is just Avatar: The Last Airbender with monkeys or blue cat people." It's like, no, it's not. All right, what's the next one? Fire. Okay.
Like, look, the movies are pretty, but that's all they've really got going for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've never really had enough substance to be the franchise that James Cameron
The
wanted
first
to be.
one was only known as Blue Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
That's all it was known as.
I mean, that is still a kind of reductive way to look at it, but yes, you're not wrong.
But out of that list, that's pretty much everything I can see that kind of like stands out to me.
I mean, like, this is a temporary list, like, more stuff will get added. Some of these are sort of like, yeah, I think that's when it's coming out. It hasn't got a solid release date yet, particularly anything toward the back half of the year. We'll just have to wait and see what we get.
I heard
But, you know,
rumors of
there's
potentially like a redo of Demolition Man, and I don't know how I would feel
No,
about this.
no, just no.
Yeah.
Just no.
Like the first one was
Don't-
perfect.
Demolition Man was perfect as it is.
Yeah.
Leave it the fuck alone.
Because you know Taco Bell doesn't have the fuck you money to be the default restaurant
No.
this time around.
Yeah. They would love it.
I
though.
mean, like, there's some good looking movies. We might get some good shit. Who knows, quite frankly.
yeah. Some of these may
Um,
be delayed, pushed back to next year, changed around.
Some of them may turn out to be absolute bangers. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm giving Wolfman some shit because it's a Blumhouse thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad.
Every so often, they do some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, but they've been really missing a lot with their stuff more recently.
They definitely have, yeah.
That's what makes me feel more like, I don't know.
I'm kind of
Yeah,
hoping
it's-
they pull their shit together and do it, but you know.
Yeah. Like, I want them to get back to doing good stuff, but we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, I mean, some of these other movies may end up just sort of like popping up and being like, oh, well, that was... I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah. I think all that's left is
All right.
games now.
So, let's jump over to games.
What things will make my wallet scream this year?
I mean, this is just a broad list, mostly voted on by people.
Yeah.
So it's not an exhaustive list. It's just like some of the more big games that are coming out that people are looking forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, like top of the list is Grand Theft Auto 6, and I think
Yeah.
a lot of people are pretty hyped
Look,
for a new GTA.
I honestly, I don't know how I feel about GTA 6.
I'm
don't
not
know
looking
why.
forward to GTA 6 online.
I didn't play the GTA 5 online, so I don't really give a shit.
I jumped into
like-
it every now and again to
I
see
might
how it was
have a look
going,
at
but
it.
yeah.
The last one, like GTA 5, I finished once and then never really went back to. I don't know why, it just didn't hold my attention. So,
I mean, the games are long. It's
Yeah.
not like just completing the game means you already touched most of the content.
Pretty
so
much.
Yeah.
it's just what my brain just can't get hyped for it for some reason, and I can't place exactly why. But I can get hyped
would-
for Ghost of Yotai. Yotai.
yeah, Ghost of Yote is. Oh, just don't make the turnaround to PC fucking forever.
Oh, yeah, I really hope they don't. But that,
I mean, like I'm pretty keen for Monster Hunter Wilds.
yeah, true.
But I like Monster Hunter.
I love
Like,
Monster Hunter.
That's it's not a game I'll probably pick up at launch, but like it's a cozy game that I know I will pick up at some point.
yeah.
I've never really gotten into the Monster Hunter series, and I've been working out which one to pick up to actually give it a go.
I mean, any
So-
of them really, but I'd say
Yeah.
hold out for Wilds and just go all hog with the new one.
That was going to be my thought.
Yeah, I
I got
got
some,
to agree. Quite.
Christmas Steam credit burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the big ones I am definitely picking up on launch is Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yeah. That does look like fun, actually.
I must have that.
You must have the Dooms. But Fable, I'm not even convinced that's coming out this year. I'm expecting that could delay it again.
Yeah, same. Proof before I
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, like, if it comes out, it's like, here's an actual thing. Like, okay, now I'll do it. The fact there's a Subnautica 2, I might actually pick that up. I loved Subnautica 1 and the weird Frozen one that came after it. But I'm weird, so...
I'm pretty keen for Mafia: The Old Country.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's Mafia.
I actually like the Mafia games. Sorry, 3 is kind of weird because 3 is the way they kind of bowed to the GTA formula instead of doing their own thing.
Yeah.
The first 2 games are actually very fun to me because they were very different.
Yeah.
They exemplified the drama of a mafia story over the fun of doing crime.
And crime was fun.
No, well, you don't do crime in the Mafia games very much.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of the point. Like, there's one of the big criticisms of Mafia 2 is one of the big mid-game points is where you introduce it's cocaine to the city, and you don't play any of the selling of the cocaine or any of the shooting up people because they're not paying you. You don't play any of that. You play the aftermath when the mafia finds out who don't like that stuff.
Yeah. Fair.
It prioritizes the mafia story over you having fun.
Yeah.
It wants you to be part of this crazy tale more than just, oh, you can shoot people in any other open world game. Let's do something a little different.
Yeah, fair.
And I hope they take that and do that for Mafia: The Old Country instead of what they did with the third game. And again, I'm not criticizing them for it because they were under a lot of pressure to make another game kind of like GTA,
Yeah.
but with Mafia. And the studio caved and did what they were told. It's still a good game, but I think Mafia 2 is better.
Yeah.
I think particularly because this one isn't set in like the Americas. Like, it's not set in America, it's set in Sicily, like old world 1900s mafia.
Yeah. So go out and break some kneecaps when they don't pay.
Yeah.
Borderlands 4.
I mean, I'm. There's a better than average chance I'll probably buy it because I like what Borderlands can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like what Borderlands from 1 and 2 were.
Yeah.
After that, I
don't even hate the spin-offs they've done that much. 3 was a particular low point because the villains were the most aggravating motherfuckers.
They were horrible.
They dragged that whole game down as far as I was concerned, and that's not even counting the other stupid plots that they did, and that I know they're gonna use that whiny child to replace Mai, and Mai was so much of a better character.
Yeah.
Either way, like, I like it's like looking at something like Destiny. Like, the gunplay is really good. I like the looting of the guns. I like the cell shading art style is really good. I like what Borderlands is.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's a better than average chance I'll probably buy it, but it's probably going to be more I'm just in a weird mode and my brain goes, you need something because of your weird brain addictions.
Yeah.
And then I pick it up, not because I'm like, yeah, Borderlands 4!
I'm going to be waiting for some canaries to test that one out for me. Like, someone's going to have to look at that before I buy it.
I'll probably be waiting for the 2025 Christmas sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm kind of surprised Metroid Prime 4... they still haven't put out Metroid Prime 2 or 3 on the Switch yet. But they're like, yeah, we want to bring out Metroid Prime 4.
Because fuck you guys.
I mean, they brought the first one out, and it's a good remake of that, but, like, where's the other ones of the Prime series? Because, like, you're bringing out a new one, and no one knows the plot anymore.
I like one thing, the fact that Pokemon Legends ZA, where the fuck they're calling it now, is down at 13th spot. Like, people have they've fallen from grace. Like, this would have normally have been around, like, 5 or, like, 4 or something.
They burned a lot of fucking people with that last game.
Look, man, this is one web page's thing, and they didn't even get that many votes, so I wouldn't put too much stock in things' position on this list.
That is fair, but it's like, it just makes me feel happy.
But yes, people have lost trust in the Pokemon franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, like, now the Gears of War, pretty keen for that, but I love Gears.
Experience the brutal horror of Emergence Day. Hells yes.
Yeah.
Keen.
I really wish they put 2, 3, and Judgment out on PC. Fucking do it already.
Like, do like they did for the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Just do a Gears collection.
I'd be into that.
I'd buy it very quickly.
I'm pretty keen to check out Avowed. I think there's a demo out for it already. But yeah, Avowed looks really good. Fantasy first-person game. Yeah. I'll wait and see what people have to say about the new Civ.
Yeah.
I love the Civ games, but I generally like to be like, hey guys, like, what's the deal with this one? What gimmicks or things did they do this time?
Yeah.
I bowed out at Civ 4. I won't go back. I'd sunk too much time into Civ 4.
It's like crack. It'll just drag you back in.
Yeah, it does.
Little Nightmares 3, I'm kind of a keen for. I like.
Oh yeah, the Little Nightmares games are really good.
They're creepy and so much fun.
That Light No Fire done by the people who did No Man's Sky. I am curious.
Yeah, that's the one where they're doing just a continent this time.
No,
just
it's a planet.
Yeah,
it's a planet the size of Earth, and it's
Look, I like that. If they want to like limit the scope to a single planet, I'm there for it. I hate when games get too big for what they're capable of doing.
So, I'm curious to see what it's like. And Death Stranding 2, the walking simulator. I actually dumped quite a bit of time into the first game. I enjoyed it. It was a weird game, but I liked it.
I keep meaning to go check it out for myself and actually be able to form my own opinion on Death Stranding.
It's
but
weird.
I keep being like, there's something else I'd rather go play right now.
I couldn't... I've dumped a bit of time into it, and I couldn't describe what the game is actually about. I just enjoyed it. It's a weird game.
I mean, like, I kind of have some hope on whatever that Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is, simply because it's described as a narrative-driven ensemble.
Yeah.
Like, is this going to be the Guardians of the Galaxy, but Avengers.
I really hope it
because I'd
is.
be into that.
Yeah, I'd be keen for that one.
Unfortunately, Guardians of the Galaxy really set a template for like how that sort of like ensemble cast game
Yeah.
should work.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's a shitload of dialogue.
Yeah.
Speaking of a shitload of dialogue, apparently Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 comes out this year, which, again, I doubt. I'm expecting that to be pushed.
Yeah, no. But in my hands, or it's not real.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much I actually want it anyway, because I don't know. Nothing about what I've ever seen from any of the trailers or stuff they put out for it makes me excited for Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Yeah.
Especially because so many people have wrong memories of what Masquerade was.
True.
It wasn't this groundbreaking game that had so many like cool features and, you know, amazing character. No. A lot of the characters are actually very poorly written.
And very poorly
And-
animated or very poorly built, like the fucking sheriff. I always laugh when I see the sheriff.
Yeah. A lot of the characters, like, they have head movement, but none of their body can do anything.
Yeah.
It's really weird to look at. Like, half the game is cut out because they ran out of time. Troika did not budget well on that one. And, you know, like, oh, we're going to write edgy dialogue for a 20-year-old female character. Do we have any females on stuff? No, because this is a fucking guy-only studio. We're just going to fucking wing it.
Yeah.
It's like, this game is a hodgepodge of ideas that are okay, and sometimes actually come off really well. But it's not this amazing game. It never was.
It was a weird amalgamation of things that gained a cult following, and the cult following then romanticized the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So,
I think if more people went back and looked at what it actually was, they'd probably feel less favorably toward it.
oh, definitely.
I'm not saying they wouldn't like it, just that, like, it's probably not gonna,
It's like looking through rose-tinted glasses. Just don't take the glasses off.
Yeah.
It's fine.
100%. I really kind of hope Judas does well.
Yeah.
That's the new
Bioshock
game for the
looking
guy.
game.
It's not just a Bioshock looking game. The original writer for Bioshock.
I was trying to remember what
went
it
on to
was. I
make
actually just
Judas.
opened up my Steam page and found it in my wish list to look at it again.
Yeah, it's like, I like the blurb for it. It sounds like a time-oriented thing. It's like, you're about to fall into an atmosphere. Get the fuck off the ship.
So that could be good.
I am hopeful for the dumpster fire that will be Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah.
I really hope that Ubisoft manages to pull out a fucking miracle and the game is somewhat well received at least. But I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to fucking happen.
No.
Especially since this year they're going up against the Ghost sequel.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Going up against Ghost of Yote is not going to do them
I don't
well.
know how they're going to pull that off.
They're not. That's what it's going to
Yeah.
be. They won't.
Yeah. Like,
It's particularly, like, I've been recently playing Yakuza Ishin,
yeah.
which is their period Yakuza game. And I'm like, this is really good. This is making me feel really like a samurai.
Ooh,
And
awesome.
it's like, oh, Assassin's Creed is coming, and oh, that's probably going to look a lot worse.
Yeah.
But no.
Phantom Blade Zero looks like really up my alley. You know, nice character action game. I will probably be the only person on the podcast who's at all excited for Anno 117 Pax Romana.
But I-
That's because I really
I
love
played
the Anno games.
the Anno 2770, whatever it was.
Yeah.
The future one.
Yeah, I dumped quite a bit of time into that. I
I
enjoyed that.
tried playing that one, but there was a bug in mine that would not let me progress past the tutorial level. No matter how many times I tried to fix it. I haven't gone back to it in years, so might do that now.
I like the Anno games. They're more logistics puzzles than anything else.
Yeah.
If you're going to go the 2771, you need the Ubisoft launcher.
Ugh. Okay, that saves that.
Yeah.
I just go play the old ones. They're actually a lot better.
Yeah. I didn't realize there's a new Metal Gear coming.
It's not a new one. It's the remake of Snake Eater.
Ah, fair.
But it looks pretty, and I've never played Snake Eater, so I might pick it up at some point and play it.
That's fair.
Maybe. I don't know.
And South of Midnight, I'm actually... that's that weird Louisiana like
Yeah.
Voodoo Tale. That actually looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the story for that than anything I've
Yeah.
seen gameplay-wise. But, like, that's enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also looking forward to checking out Hell Is Us and Expedition 33.
I was looking at that one. That's like another Souls-like game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? Expedition 33 or Hell Is Us?
Expedition 33, because that's the one where the world's painted into existence.
Is something like that, and, like... I'm very unclear on what the plot of that fucking game is. But it looks really interesting. No, I think that one's the one that's a little more JRPG.
Ah, okay, fair.
Hell Is Us is a more Soulsy looking game. But that's just sort of a brief overview of some stuff that's coming out in the new year. This year, not the new year. I'm sure there'll be other games that come out, little niche stuff that I will lose my mind over.
Something always sneaks up on us, like, every time.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're looking at what's been announced now. Stuff could get announced in the middle of the year when trailer season rolls up and we've got a
Yep.
whole bunch of crazy shit for the back
There's
half.
always that
we don't
last
even
minute
know about
announcement.
now.
By the way, you can play this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
So, you know. And I guess last thing to talk about would be, like, are there any books you either are looking forward to or want to get to this year?
I have a massive wish list and massive back catalogue of books that I need to work through.
Yeah.
So-
But, like, is there any that, like, jump out, like, I really actually want to check that one out? Like,
Actually, there is a new release book that like came out in December that's actually going to be my book selection for February.
Ah, nice.
all right, then, well, we'll wait till then.
Yeah.
I mean, like this year, I actually, like, just because, like, I read a lot of fantasy books, and you can't escape fantasy books without hearing about it. I'm gonna try and chew my way through the first book of the Stormlight Archive. It's the book by Brandon Sanderson, and, like, it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, I've actually bought that on Audible. It's going to be my next listen.
Yeah.
I've got the first book of that queued up.
Yeah, like, everyone keeps
keep
talking
seeing
about how, like, amazing this book series is. I actually watched a video of a girl who got special permission to reprint the entire book in A3 so she could make giant versions of them for Brendan Sanderson. But yeah, I keep hearing about it, so I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna have to read this book. Outside of, like, generally wanting to hit loads of stuff off my back catalog. I mean, if it ever gets fucking released, I'll read the next Reborn as a Demon Tree.
Yeah. Here we go.
There's some more Black Ocean stuff I haven't read. I've got to read some more of Bubba the Monster Hunter, which you'd probably really like, Swoosh.
Yeah.
It's basically MIH, except if he was a Rednecks.
That sounds fun already. Because
Yeah.
MIH was already, like, pretty much the same way.
Yeah. So, that one's really good. I got to read some more of that. Like, I think the only one I'm like, I want to squeeze in somewhere and find the time is to do at least do book one of the Stormlight Archive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of other stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna get to that at some point. Like, I've got this one called Salvage Marines, which looks really fun. But that's sort of when I get around to it, it's like, I don't know, sometime this year, even if I have to be like, my last book pick of the year is this fucking book.
Cool. So, have you picked your book for January? Because
I've got two, and I haven't decided which one I mean, do we want to finish this episode up with books? We can do... Oh, no, Swish hasn't finished, so he's got another week.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I have two that I'm trying to decide which one I want to do for book week.
Fair.
But we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
And I think that's most of the stuff that
Yeah.
we yammer on about as far as what we're looking forward to in 2025. There'll probably be many other things you will unceasingly
This
hear
is
us
in no
complain
way a
about.
comprehensive list.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, no, not even fucking close. I didn't even hit everything that's just coming out by Amazon as far as TV shows are going.
Oh god, they're pumping some stuff out at the moment.
Yeah,
If it's
I mean,
good,
like, there's good.
time will tell. But
Yeah, that's kind of the big thing. It's like, what's coming down? What are we going to be enjoying? Yeah. All right, I think we'll round that one out for call that one a successful episode 1 of 2025.
yay,
Yay!
we survived.
Time will tell if that continues.
Yeah, that's a
Yep.
good point.
Y'all have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.